5 months ago, we ripped this place back to brick with the intention of turning it into best 9-bedroom HMO. Since then, we've been juggling our full-time job, scaling our business, and fighting off the delays, but the transformation is insane. Today, I will show you exactly what have changed, the mistakes we fixed from our first projects, and why this project could be our best investment yet. Hi, I'm Greta, and behind camera is my husband Daniil, and together we are the Vnoutchkovs. And last year, we started our property journey with zero experience, with the goal of quitting our 9-to-5 jobs and having a financial freedom. And we are recording all our journey here on this YouTube channel. So this month is exactly 1 year since we bought our first project. And this is our third property, and it's going so much smoother, so much better compared to our first one and the second one, where we learned a lot of things. We done some really crazy mistakes, but we applying all of them here. And so far it's been 5 months and we are flying through this project. So let me take you around and show you what has been done, and I'll tell you everything about it. So let me show you the first room. This is gonna be our first big bedroom. As you can see, the ceilings has been already dropped and all the plasterboard has been installed. All the first fixed electrics and the plumbing is done, and all the insulation, so the boys are flying through the house. Let me take you to the second bedroom. So we are right now in the second bedroom. This is gonna be the largest room in the whole house. And as you can see, everything has been insulated and the ceiling has been dropped. So the next week, the boys is gonna be plasterboarding it all up. This is my daughter behind the scenes. And so obviously this floor is the last one to see the most progress. So this is where it's gonna be our kitchen, our living room area. All the electrics is done, the ceilings are boarded. We installed a big skylight here, just like on our first project. So it's gonna be really nice, good sized space. So the whole house has been fully done with the first fixed electrics and the plumbing. And then the boys next week will be flying here, fully finishing plasterboarding and being ready for skimming. So let me take you to the second floor. So we are on the first floor right now, and this is where it's gonna be bedroom 3. As you can see, it's being fully plasterboarded almost. So in this project, we actually doing few things completely differently. We are upgrading the end product, and we're trying always to improve it and get a better and nicer finish. So actually in this project, we are gonna be doing a built-in wardrobes with a nice big sliding doors. So, tenants can't really move it, and it's way more durable and it stays way longer. So that's one of the upgrades that we are doing. Let me show you the rest of the house. This is gonna be one of the off suites for the bedroom at the back. But let me show you to another nice bedroom. So the boys started to plasterboard this room, and we are insulating the walls. So we're making sure, the house is nice and warm, and we saving on bills. As you can see, here will be a built-in wardrobe too. Another nice thing we are actually doing here, it's each room is gonna have its own intercom in the room, because we received the feedback from our first tenants, and they said that would be nice if actually everyone can be responsible for their own deliveries, and if friends are coming or they getting parcels. Otherwise, only the ground floor tenants can hear the doorbell. Now let me show you another very nice size bedroom that we have. So, the rooms with the bay windows is always amazing, and they so airy and light. One more very nice thing we are doing, actually, we're gonna do the pendant lights next to the beds, and the tenants can put it on and off them when they are in bed, so it gives a bit of more like a hotel experience. Yep, our boys started plasterboarding the bathrooms, and this floor should be done within another couple of days, fully plasterboarded and ready for skimming. Now let me show you the last room on this floor. So this is the room that will have the off suite at the end of the hallway, but it's still gonna be a really nice room. We're gonna have a built-in wardrobe here. So the other very nice thing we actually did with this project compared to our first and a second project is we got completely separate tradespeople on separate tasks. We just didn't give one team to do the whole project. We found someone who's building the loft, someone who's doing plastering, someone who's doing skimming, and after this we have a separate painter, a tiler, someone who's going to be installing all the doors, installing the floors. So that way it's just way more efficient and it's way more faster, and that's why this project by far is the fastest one, and we are actually expecting to complete in a couple of months. Now let me take you to the loft. A brand new floor. It's been completely dark space here, and now we have a nice new floor with the 3 bedrooms. Now let me show you around. So we are in the loft right now, and as you can see, the whole loft has been fully skimmed, and we have a great skimming team. They smashed the loft in 1 week, and they're starting next week on the first floor. So this is going to be one of the bedrooms. We have a nice skylight in, and then this is going to be our second bedroom. We're going to have a nice bed as well as a built-in wardrobe with the sliding doors, and we're gonna have the ensuite here. And then let me show you the last bedroom. I always like these loft bedrooms. They so nice and actually so spacious. And on our first project, we had the doors to the bathroom on the opposite places on our other project, but we decided that this way it just makes more sense, so we moved a bit around. Another nice news I forgot to share with you is our planning application for 9 bedrooms has been approved. So this is amazing, and now this house is ready to be let for 9 people, so we don't have to wait on this after the project is done. So everything is ready. So this floor is now ready in a week's time to come for painter to do a first mist coat and spray it, and then ready for a second fixed joinery. And we are really pushing hard to be done in another 2 months with this project and fully ready to let. And we as well had another great news, which is we had the valuation on our first project in, which is on a house on the same street as this one, and the valuation came in way higher than we expected, which means this was not only our first deal, but it was all money out deal for us. But more in detail about it in another video. And if you would like to see how this house looks like 4 weeks in the renovation, make sure to check out this video. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.